Good day everyone, I am Sir Melman Bisunga and together with my groupmates, today we will discuss about the framework science education in the K-12 curriculum.
Component number 1, understanding and applying scientific knowledge. Science literacy initiates the collection of knowledge. Nevertheless, it is crucial that the information be complete and useful. Ito ay isang mahalagang gawain na dapat natin malaman upang magamit natin sa pang-araw-araw na buhay.
Shaping and demonstrating scientific attitudes and values. Scientific attitude is a way of viewing things. It is the desire to know and understand and figure out how a certain situation or things are likely to happen. So, the following are the scientific attitudes. Number 1 is curiosity. Next one is humility. The third one is open-mindedness. Fourth one is intellectual honesty. Fifth is perseverance. Next is skepticism. Number 7 is creative and innovative. Number 8 is rational. Number 9 is objective.
The S component is the performing scientific processes and skills. This component involves a systematic approach to explore and understand the world. This means asking questions, making observations, conducting experiments, and analyzing results to find answers. It also includes communicating, finding, and revising ideas based from what is learned.
A multidisciplinary approach combines knowledge and skill from several academic disciplines to address complex issues and difficulties. Rather than studying each academic topic separately, a multidisciplinary approach focuses on connecting them. This method is necessary for effective teaching and learning. For example, yung mga grade school learner natin, pwede natin silang bigyan ng activity tuwing weekend. Under ng subject sa English, isusulat nila yung task nila kada weekend. Tapos, gagawin nila, compute nila yung time na nagagamit nila kada task. Doon naman papasok yung subject ng math. So yan, sa isang performance task o PETA, magsasama yung dalawang subject.
The Science Technology Society approach in education emphasizes the interconnectedness of scientific concept, technological advancement, and societal issue. It promotes contextual learning by engaging students in real-world problems, encouraging critical thinking and collaboration. By exploring how science and technological affect society, students develop a deeper understanding of their relevance and implication, preparing them to make informed decisions as citizens.
Issue-based learning. Ang issue-based learning ito ay isang issue o paksa na dapat na may malalim na pagsusuri at pag-unawa. Layunin ng isang mag-aaral na mapaunlad ng kakayahan sa pagsasaliksik o pag-aanalisa at pagtutulungan sa paglutas ng mga issue at problema. So, ang inquiry-based approach naman, isang paraan ng pagkatuto kung saan hinihikayat ang estudyante na magtanong, mag-imbestiga at tuklasin ang sagot upang malalim ang kanilang pag-unawa sa paksa.
Positivism in the scientific framework is a theory that emphasizes the idea that knowledge is actively constructed by individuals rather than passively received from the environment. The social cognition learning model explains how people learn by watching and interacting with others rather than just through direct experiences. In this model, learning happens when we observe the behavior of others and mentally process what we see.
The term learning style is one that's commonly used in education. It's popular theory teaches that people learn better when they taught in a way that matches their learning style. The three basic types of learning styles are visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. The first basic types of learning are visual. Visual learners learn by best utilizing graphs, tables, charts, maps, colors, and diagrams. Second is auditory. Auditory learning means that the student learn more effectively by listening. And number 3, kinesthetic. Kinesthetic learning is a style of obtaining information. Kinesthetic learners' primary premise is that student learns best when shown simulations, presentation, and videos, or when moving around in a hands-on environment. We have Gestalt psychology. An example of Gestalt psychology in everyday life is the way people complete jigsaw puzzles rather than looking at each other piece as an individual unit. They form meaningful relationships between the pieces to see the big picture more quickly and efficiently.
And creative problem solver. So the learner should be able to use their critical thinking skills and analyze the issue to create a creative solution.
Responsible steward of nature if the learner has shown concern for ensuring a secure environment. Ito ay isang mahalagang gawain na dapat malaman ng isang mag-aaral upang magkaroon ng paki at maging responsable sa kanyang paligid at sa kanyang mga kapwa.
The next one is the innovative or inventive thinker. An innovative or inventive thinker is someone who comes up with new and creative ideas to solve problems or improve things. Look at challenges from unique angles, experiment with different approaches, and are not afraid to try new things or take risks.
Effective communicator. When we say effective communicator, if the learner is capable of communicating with others verbally or in writing.
An informed decision maker in science and technology literacy refers to someone who uses accurate, relevant information from scientific and technological knowledge to make thoughtful, responsible decisions, especially when addressing real-world problems in our daily lives.
So the ultimate goal of science framework is to develop students' scientific literacy and critical thinking skills. These frameworks aims to prepare the students to understand and engage the scientific concept and processes, applying scientific method to solve problems and make informed decisions about the scientific and technological issues.
This framework should understand and apply scientific concepts in real-life context. That's all. Thanks for watching and listening. Have a great day, everyone. I hope you learned something today. Bye!